just died. My brain just died there. Hey, thanks Romilo. Romilozo. Yay. Thank you very much. I will do my best. I I forgot where I played my music from, so there's no music in the background. So I hope y'all will be fine with that. What is the model? It's iPad Pro M2, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is the M2.
Today's video is...
And I had headphones at some point. I think I bought it 3 years ago. I had another version of the iPad, and it just died on me. So I had to do a new one. Your strokes are the real music. It's a good one. That's a good one. Give me just 1 second, and I'll be back. Okay. As soon as I remember what the thing is, we'll put that in. How are you doing on this? Well, at least we have a lovely sunny day. I don't know where you're from and how your day is, but I hope you're having a good day. what is your thoughts about AI? Does it help you make better art? Have you thought about using it for render? I used AI for rendering quite a bit. It depends what I want to achieve, you know. Um, like I was never like for me render like these are rendered. These are just fun little whatever. In general, for me, rendering is less fun just because I like the thinking up process. Like, oh, what does it, where do the parts go? How do they interfere? How can you put this together? How does the mechanism work? Stuff like that. That's the interesting part for me. And then rendering it is like, yeah, it's you can make it pretty, but technically a rough line sketch, like even something rough like this, for me already gives an idea. So rendering is not necessarily as fun for me. So I do like AI helping you out with the rendering, but it's not really it. I feel like I don't want to showcase that. Like if I'm doing something for a client that can use AI that speeds up my progress, then I would probably definitely probably definitely I would use it. If I want to showcase my art, I would feel like yeah, I didn't do it. I wouldn't feel that happy. No, no, not happy, but I just feel like I wouldn't want to showcase it in that case. But technically, I have nothing against ethically used AI. Like I used Viscom a lot, and that was trained by industrial designers on paid industrial design stuff. So I feel like that is much more okay than all the image generators that just take art of people and just without mentioning them or anything just use it. It is very early and nuanced to say definitely this or that. Definitely see a lot of positives and a whole bunch of negatives as well. Fear is killing my imagination instead of feeding it. Have you ever felt that? Like what's annoying for me is like sometimes I'm on Pinterest looking for some inspiration, and then I find a robot like okay this looks cool, and then I'm like wait a second something is off here, and then I start seeing all the AI artifacts that make no sense, and then I'm like I don't wanna use this. It's not really human made. So for some reason it's not I don't know if it's rational or not, but for some reason I just don't care about using AI for reference in that case because yeah one way you don't trust it, but also it's just like no I wanna use something that humans made. What do you mean by killing your creativity? I would be curious about that. Why do you have the feeling? Does it not want you to to create? Does it like kill that urge? What type of iPad do you draw with, and what is the best, cheapest iPad for me to draw and games with a strong ratio, montage, animation, and it bears emulators, and it's kind of cheap. What? Whoa! Why did you just get a computer? I would not recommend an iPad. Like if you want to do several, I hate iPads. I hate all Apple products. This is the only thing that I like, and only for drawing. Like they made a very good drawing tab, but I don't really use it for anything else other than drawing. I am also old and complainy. I would not play on anything else other than a computer or a console. So I don't know what you want or need to play on an iPad. I would recommend get a good slash cheap laptop and get a drawing pad if you want to go into digital drawing. There's nothing better because then the laptop you can use for whatever work or gaming or whatever you want to use it. At the same time, you just get all the drawing apps for it, and then you can also draw. There, let's have some music in the background, because I feel like it pulls me to just keep generating, and instead of executing what I had in mind, I lean towards the AI perspective more. Well, yeah, I mean, you can check yourself there a little bit, because if you do the thinking, the drawing, the pre-sketching, everything yourself, and then you use AI just to help you out with a specific pose or something. But I see that, especially if, for me it's colors. I'm not that good with colors. I'm not into colors that much. So if AI does something, I tend to want to stick with it. But what I do is just I use AI as a palette generator for me. So I just use its colors, but I disregard everything it did. I blur it so I can color pick the colors from what it did. Excuse me, but I need it a lot, so please, what is the best iPad for me drawing? How would I know what is the best iPad for you? Like, well, once again, don't buy an iPad, because I don't recommend an iPad. If you want an iPad, buy the cheapest and whatever runs the drawing apps. I don't know. I have this iPad for 3 years now. It's good for me, but it's also stupid expensive. I would not recommend an expensive piece of hardware for beginners. If you're a professional who's been drawing before and you need it for professional work, then go just get the latest iPad. If you want cheap, why would you get Apple products? That's not really computing for me. Apple products are the opposite of cheap. You love my renders, thank you. They're, yeah. I try to keep that simple. My trick there is just to keep it simple, and then even if I make mistakes, it's not as noticeable, because I can just say, okay, yeah, no, that's my style. Don't worry about it. You're not bothering me, man. I just want to give you sound advice, and sound advice is to, especially if you're looking for something cheap, is to not go for Apple products. Like, Apple products are not cheap. You pay mostly for the brand. Like, you can get the similar things out of many things, many other brands. Like, I don't know what the cheapest iPad is. I guess iPad Air or something like that. You can go for that. But I have never used it, so I why would I recommend something that I never used? This is the only iPad I used. I still think you will be much better off with a laptop and a drawing pad. I don't know why you precisely need an iPad or a tablet. Um, yeah, it's hard giving advice. You don't want to give bad advice. Yeah, if you have infinite money, just get the latest thing. It will probably work for you. Like if I wasn't working sometimes professionally, and if I wouldn't need the iPad professionally, I would have never gotten myself an iPad. I was carrying around a laptop and the drawing tablet with me if I was going to clients. That's how I was working. But then the nice thing about drawing on a tablet is that yeah, you don't have to carry the whole thing around with you. So yeah, if you need mobility, you can get yourself a tablet. And in that case, because I guess there's more drawing, which I don't know why there are more drawing products for iPad, but there are, at least as far as I know. You can get an iPad, but I think what's it called? Clip Studio Pro is available also for Android devices, and then that is good as well. And I think this as well, like Sketchbook Pro. Like I don't know why I'm talking about Clip Studio Pro when you can get the same exact app I'm drawing with. Jacob, when designing Macs, do you still think about what its function and what kind of environment it will be in, like in outer space, war machine? Yeah, good question. I do have a couple of videos where I go actually more deeply into this. I have two approaches. Let's say A and B, and then A, I just start drawing some cool shapes because I think, oh, that looks nice, and then what if I change this to this, and then retroactively I look at it. Okay, what can this be used? And sometimes, okay, so let's say this is construction type of Mac with two things here, then I start adding something to it. Okay, maybe then I would need some counterbalance here, blah 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 blah. So I start with cool and then I go to function. And sometimes I do the other way, when I think about a function and I say, okay, then I write myself, okay, let's say post-apocalyptic world, 4 legs, it carries water, it needs to defend itself, so it has to have weapons, Jesus. And then I sort of write up, because this is in design, it's good to work within limitations. It helps a lot. This is fun drawing. So like what I do here, I would not call this design. I would call this sketching, illustrating, just having fun. Design is when you have a set of limitations, and within those limitations they say, okay, so we need 4 legs. So what sort of platforms can I design for 4 legs? What sort of 4 legs will it be? Will it be like an animalistic 4 legs? Will it be a different? Okay, then what sort of body goes on it? If it has to carry a lot, like let's say water carrier, maybe I can have just a platform, and then on top of that we put a big container. But what if I want this sort of system platform to carry many things? So then I can make sure to make it sort of modular, so this container can be switched out for something else. So this is sort of my thinking for for B. But as I said, sometimes I just want to sit down and draw something. Oh, what the hell? Clear. I just want to draw something fun and cool, and then I don't think about it. So this one started out as just this sketch here. I was like, oh, I drew this one, and I like the insecty part. I was like, okay, let's do something more insecty / wormy, and I just went with that shape, and I was like, okay, so how can I add things to it, like different thingamajigs, engine parts, whatever you want to call it, that make it look a little bit more functional. And yeah, and then at the end, like what I like to do with these, I just write up a story. And because you read the story, it seems like it was specifically designed for that, but it's many times it's just fakery, and I have fun with the story. Also, like you can only see my back. Okay, there, you can see a little bit more. I hope this answers your question, even though it's a little bit of a cop-out, maybe. I don't know. Like if something doesn't make sense, just ask me. I'll try to. Oh, I don't like that ellipse. That ellipse is too. There we go. That's a better ellipse. Azel Riss. Hello, sir. I like your drawing so far. Thank you very much. I'm a big fan of insect and arachnid inspired locomotion for robots and death machines in science fiction. It is very easy to do that, right? Like insects and arachnids are like the mechs and robots of nature, with their articulated legs and the way they carry stuff. So yeah, I'm not surprised you like that. Come on, I'm not getting the angles right here. Love seeing you live, Robert, but gonna dip the constant motion of the arm is giving me. Oh, my arm moving over the screen, you mean? Or the me rotating the thing. I'm sorry about that. I do get comments also in my videos. I like to rotate the camera a lot because industrial designers, we like to draw this, and then I just adjust it and I have a different direction for my lines. And yeah, that is not working out for everyone. I am sorry about that. Sometimes they're just This way also, well, it's not that I prefer, but just I guess drawing on my drawing screen is working out better for many people because you don't see my hand in the way, and then I can also rotate a little bit less, or at least the rotation is not as in your nose. Oh wow, that's a thick eraser. not at the right angle. The camera. No, the screen rotation is fine, but the camera's bobbing. Oh, yeah. Sorry about. I do have to fix it at some point. The thing is, the camera is on the same table as my drawing thing. So if I press harder, the camera will bob. I will have to figure something out for this sooner or later. But for now, I don't have a solution. I'm sorry. It's usually I had it on a separate chair before I moved to this new place, but here in my office I don't have a separate chair, so I would need to do some sort of contraption that is not connected to this table. But yeah, I am annoyed by seeing that as well, and I do want to fix that somehow, so I will totally understand if you check out. Okay, the next I've been loving you much joined with, so going there, have some free time during festive, so been drawing like mad. Oh man, nice to hear that. Good, good. It's very good to hear that people use these days to do creative stuff. So I'm happy for you. Have a great time, and yeah, keep on exercising those sketching muscles. Jacob, I've been doing a lot of anatomy studies, so my mechanical understanding is limited. What are the key markers to think about when drawing in type of mech? I always go to joints, like uh, like the simplest is if you look at any door, is hinges, right? So you sort of have an axle, and that goes through something that can rotate around it. So this is the simplest thing. You have a lot of these almost everywhere. So the best thing for you is what you can look up is easy is excavators. It's like really big machines that have these arms, right? They are all jointed here, and what's also nice that these are working with pistons, uh, pneumatic pistons, so a lot of oil getting compressed and uncompressed, and then you can see how this pneumatic piston is connected to, what am I doing? To a point here. You have a hinge here and you have a long thing here, and this is connected here, and then if this extends, it pushes our thing a bit high because it's connected to that hinge, and if it contracts, then it pulls it in. So mechanical things like this, if you do a couple of studies of these, it should give you a good start of understanding how they work. Also, I guess you could look up some mechanical handbooks, like they are helpful. Robotic arms, there's a lot of robotic arms in industry that, okay, the mechanisms there are hidden, but then there at least you see how you can nicely hide that sort of mechanisms as well. I like showcasing them, but that's not doesn't always make sense in your design if you want to showcase all those stuff. So I think I would start with joints, connections, stuff like that, and then move on from there. But what's also a good approach is just start drawing mechs and see where you get bogged down. Like what is it like, oof, I have issues with this. And then concentrate on that specific thing. See how other artists, designers do that, and see what you can incorporate from that knowledge into your little, no, what should you call it? Design book in your head. Hey, Secret Steam bootleg Jared, welcome. Welcome, welcome. By the way, if there's more questions regarding anything, feel free to shoot them off. I'll gladly answer them while I'm here. And if I can answer them, of course. I have a very limited knowledge base, but what I know, I will share it gladly. Yippee? Yippee-ki-yay. Jacob, my biggest problem is shapes. Max comment. All shape sizes, I have a problem coming up with fun, interesting or unique shapes. As the details like panels and gears. I have a video on. I do have a video on that. I think how to draw Max. That talks specifically about how I approach different shapes. But you just steal. Like look at. Shall we do a Pinterest run? Wow. Can we just... Okay, close Pinterest, reopen Pinterest. So take a look at this. This quick. See this? Somebody drew this. It's a very nice Mac. Let me open up this to the side. So I like this shape here, right? Let's come over here. And then I look, okay, so I want, this black, we don't want that. Actually, I'm just make a new layer. Okay. Alright, so we have this shape. It looks a little bit like this. Right? Comes around like that, and then you have sort of the cockpit embedded here somehow. This can be a pretty sweet mech shape as well. Let's say you can bulk it up here a little bit. We add a little bit of extra bulk here on the top, on the other side as well. Then this would be where the arms would be, and then you can add the legs down here, and then because this is like sort of rounded, we can go for rounded sort of shapes for the legs as well. I give them this nice rounded silhouette. And of course for the feet you can think of something else. I think we can push this back a little bit because the balance... Oh, did I not select it? There we go. The balance is a bit off there, so I'll push it back just a tiny bit. And then you sort of... You can use the same design language here as well. And it's not, this is a ship and it's different, but you got inspired with something that helped you go into direction. So I usually recommend getting inspired by stuff like this. Also stuff that you can find in nature, of course. Helps a lot. Hey Hussein. It seems you don't like Sketchbook experience in iPad. What do you mean? I'm using Sketchbook on iPad, no? Why would I not like it? Okay. Let's add a little bit of wear and tear on our friend here. I think you said before that you prefer to. Yeah, I do prefer it on PC. I do prefer it on PC. But since I was actually working downstairs on the iPad, and I was working in Sketchbook. And like actually, I started here this one. I started this on the PC, and I wanted to continue on Sketchbook, so I just put it over onto this one, and I will put it probably back onto PC when I'll continue with it. What brush did you use for rendering? And I love these nature inspired Max. Thank you. For rendering, I think I just used like the same as always, the Hudson Rio. I think is the Hudson Rio, right? The Hudson Rio design, and he has these three brushes that go in, dip in and out of strength, and then he has the two air brushes. Like this is usually my main brush set. And then for the lines, I decided to do it with this marker. That's the one that I use for the lines. Merry Christmas to you too. How's life and living going? Nice to see you again, Anj. Things are good. Things are chill. It's just the holiday, not doing anything, trying to relax and chill a little bit before life picks up again. What about you? How's things over there? Haven't seen you in a while in the stream. Doesn't it bother you that resolution you sketch in too high? No, that's a problem. See, because for some reason I love sketching in low resolutions, and because of that, many of my drawings can't be printed, or I can't really use them for much because they're at a low resolution. And I find it difficult to get out of this habit. I don't know why. What DPI you use? 300, yes. There's no reason to use 400. Like, unless you want, like, it's usually 300 and 600 when people, like, 300 is the minimum if you want to have nice prints. So just in case I have it at 300 DPI, but I don't see why I would, like, for digital art, you can do 72, like the standard 72 is perfectly enough. I just do it at 300 in case I ever want to print any of these. But then because of my low non-DPI resolution, it still might not matter. Ansh, things are a bit hard. Quit my architecture job, trying to stay afloat and trying new things. Ooh. Okay, well, wish you all the best with that, man. What sort of new things are you trying? And did you not like what you were doing in architecture, or did you not like the environment? How come you quit? Wow. I tried grayscale to color method for my coloring and it was terrible. There's a big chance of modifying your stuff if you do that, so you have to watch out for that. Why Rudy? Hi Robert, I want to get into sketching. I used to be really good at it since I was a young boy, but then due to studies I lost my touch. After that, whenever I tried to start again, it was not the same, was not able to get my imagination to work, but now I finally have time. Just got an iPad recently. You think it's good enough to start? If not, what do you recommend? You mean if the iPad is good enough? Like if you have a pencil like this for the iPad, then it's more than good enough. I would also just recommend a good old sketchbook and just whatever comes into your mind and just scribble and draw. It's not about the tools. It's about how you feel. You know, I wouldn't worry about the tools. Just make sure that it's fun for you. Make sure that you feel that you're exploring. I always think the tools really don't matter. Like sometimes I feel like drawing on the iPad, sometimes I feel like just drawing on paper. Just as long as you have the drive and you feel like drawing, then you're golden, man. Ansh, thanks for the luck. Haven't left architecture, will get another job or do freelance. Last job was too conventional and things were moving too slow. Too slow for the who is just fast paced now considering AI. Puffer Zola, hey guys, happy holidays and have a great and happy new year. The same to you, Puffer. Currently I'm trying to make a presence online. Oh, okay. That is not easy. I can barely keep up with that myself, so I wish you the best of luck with that. I'm a bit annoyed that I missed these edges. Usually I'm better at filling my lines. Okay, it's lunchtime. Yeah, coming. No. So it's lunchtime, so I will slowly go away. Let's see if you guys have any more questions. Yeah, I do have a pencil with it. Thanks, Robert. Rudy, you can try to applicate a paper-free screen protector on it. It will be more. Yeah, if you're weirded out by the glass, I am one of those freak weirdos who loves drawing on glass surfaces. So I really enjoy. I don't have the paper thing, but yeah, that could help you give you a more natural feel to it. Does giving yourself limited options when thinking about the design of a Mac help you stay focused? And yes, that to look for in reference photo. Yes, so usually I showed it earlier in the stream. I'm not going to do it again now, but I set myself a list of limitations, like where does the Mac need to work, how much weight does it carry, how big is the motor, blah blah blah, and then based on that I design my Mac. Which app is that on the iPad? This is the Sketchbook app. So I'm using Sketchbook right there. Thank you, Hossein. if I'm able to crack the online presence thing, then I'll help you in whatever way is possible. And of course, if you are willing to, sure, send me if you want. Send me a message on Instagram, and maybe we can do some collab or something. All right. Have a nice day, everyone. I am out. Bye bye.